We have had small countries against all odds managing to qualify. Emmanuel Sheia Adebayo galvanized Togo to play in the World Cup in 2006. Kvaratskhelia galvanized Georgia. Erling Haaland will be a failure if he doesn't galvanize his country. So it is a major point of concern. I wonder who should be humble. This is a major point of concern in his career. Playing for your country, you are below average. He goes MIA, always playing for Norway. Because what will his native country remember him for? Norway. I wonder what usually transpires with these great Manchester City players when they go back representing their countries. Hello guys, welcome to the Football-MACE. Chef Bill Mkono, I'm back again. Today I'm going to talk about Erling Haaland, currently the best striker in the English Premier League. Erling Haaland in the club football, he has won almost everything with Manchester City. They won the treble, that is the English Premier League, Champions League and the FA Cup. And they won the Club World Cup. That is a great achievement. The treble, it has only been done with Manchester United back in 2000. He's still very young and is fighting for his place among the greatest strikers ever to grace the English Premier League. The likes of Alan Shearer, the leading goal scorer of all time in the EPL, Thierry Henry, Kun Aguero, Ian Wright. But in the international level or the international stage, he has done absolutely nothing with his native country, Norway. Considering and keeping in mind the last time Norway participated at the international stage was back in 2000, early 2000. Keeping in mind Norway has participated only 3 times in World Cup, that is 1938, 1994, 1998. Erling Haaland has a chance of taking back his native country to play in the international level in major tournaments, that is World Cup and Euros, because the quality that is in that Norway team, it is unfathomable. Erling Haaland failing to galvanize his country back in playing in big tournaments, in big competitions like World Cup and Euros. He was unable to galvanize his country to play in the just concluded Euros 2024 and the past World Cup 2022. He had already started playing for his native country and he failed terribly. We have had small countries against all odds managing to qualify, play in World Cup and Euros. A country like Trinidad and Tobago, it was galvanized by Dwight York the first time it played in World Cup back in 2006. A country like Togo, Emmanuel Sheia Adebayo galvanized Togo to play in the World Cup in 2006. Georgia recently, Kvaratskhelia galvanized Georgia and they played in the just concluded Euros. Just to name a few. I wonder the stature and the kind of player, the kind of clinical striker Erling Haaland is still unable to galvanize his native country back in world stage. Because they have players like Odegaard, currently is among the best attacking players, number 10. They have strikers like Strad Larsen, who is playing at Wolves. We have another striker, Solo, who is playing for Atletico Madrid. We have players like Sander Berge, who is playing for Fulham. These are great players who surround him. You can't tell me all these players, all these great players that are surrounding Erling Haaland, they have been unable to galvanize their country, their native country back playing in World Cup and Euros. Because it's unfathomable the kind of players who have been playing for Norway. Currently, Norway have their golden generation because the kind of players they have, this is their chance of coming back. I wonder who is supposed to be humble, because yes, at club football he has achieved everything, but what will his country remember him for? What will Norway remember Erling Haaland for? What achievement has he had with Norway? Nothing, absolutely nothing. When he's playing for his native country, Norway is average, just like Foden and England. I wonder what usually transpires with these great Manchester City players when they go back representing their countries. Majority of them flop, Erling Haaland being one of them. All these achievements, Manchester City has been scoring a lot of goals. And I think even if Manchester City signed a striker like Eddie Nketiah, Delap, who is at Ipswich, a striker like Vardy, a striker like Armstrong, who is playing for Southampton, he will still score plenty of goals. Players like Sterling was scoring a lot of goals playing for Manchester City. Jesus, the same. They were scoring a lot of goals because Manchester City creates a lot of chances. And Erling Haaland isn't that. He scores obvious goals because Manchester City, most of their goals, they are tap-ins, obvious headers. He doesn't have a signature finish like Thierry Henry, who had a signature finish. He made scoring look so effortless. You can't equate that with Erling Haaland. Yes, he's a great striker. I adore him as a striker. But I think he is overrated because if he's unable to take his native country back playing World Cup and Euros, I think he has failed as a player. Because what will his native country remember him for? Norway. What achievement has he had with Norway? Nothing, absolutely nothing. Keeping in mind small countries like Georgia, they qualified in the just concluded Euros. And comparing the Georgia national team players and the Norway national team players, Norway has a lot of great players. Players like Martin Odegaard, Strand Larsen at Wolves, Solot at Atletico Madrid, Sander Berge, Haaland himself. All these players, they have the potential of having a great achievement playing for Norway. You can't imagine Norway has only participated 4 times in these major tournaments. Erling Haaland will be a failure if he doesn't galvanize his country back playing competitions like World Cup and Euros. He will never be remembered back in Norway. They will always be saying, we had a great striker who used to score plenty of goals playing for different club footballs around the world. But he never had any achievement, any great achievement playing for Norway, representing Norway national flag. So it is a major point of concern. I wonder who should be humble. He should remember and he should keep in mind he has had nothing. He has won nothing. He has had no any bigger achievement, any tangible, any palpable achievement with Norway. This is a major point of concern in his career. Yes, he might win everything, even if he plays for Manchester City for decades, or any other team, any big teams around the world. What will his native country Norway remember him for? Playing for your country, you are below average. He goes MIA, always playing for Norway. But when they are playing for Manchester City, they are absolutely great in whatever they do there. It is a formidable team, but they go missing playing for their native countries. I think Erling Haaland should be humble because he has been unable to help his country qualify in any international tournament like World Cup and Euros. I think Erling Haaland should be humble until the day he will be able to make his country qualify for World Cup and Euros. We have seen small countries against all odds having this achievement. So Erling Haaland should be humble and help his country, his native country, Norway. Mucho gracias wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this. Muchas gracias. Merci. Asanteni sana. Chef Bill Mkono. I'm out.